Hi everybody, I'm glad that you're here today. My name is Ann and I will be the facilitator of this group. I'd like to start out with helping with y'all getting acquainted, and I'd like it if you could break off into pairs and tell your partner your name, where you're from, what makes you most anxious, and what makes you most relaxed. Okay, and I'll give you a couple of minutes while you guys do that.
Okay. Hi.
Go ahead.
I'm Jeanette.
Okay. My name's Tara.
My anxiety is I'm very anxious when big trucks, driving next to my car.
That is scary. Yeah.
And then I'm just freaking out. I have to pull aside the road and rest. Otherwise, I cannot.
So that's when you're least anxious, is when you might
After I see that big giant truck.
Gotcha.
Where
Where
are
are
you
you from?
Wendy. I'm from
Where are you from?
Northland.
South Korea.
And
What
probably
relaxes you?
most anxious is like a setting like this. This just really
Singing,
bothers me.
yeah.
It's tough because I don't know any of y'all, so
I like singing.
I don't like it at all.
And
Christians.
My
Christians.
least
Listening
anxious
to
time is when
contemporary
I'm home
music,
crocheting.
Christian music.
And nobody's there.
Lauren,
and
Diane.
I don't have to talk to anybody.
I like Third Day. You've heard of them? No.
Yeah.
They're really good. Really good.
Yeah.
Third Day. Christian
Yeah.
contemporary group. They're
Yeah.
awesome. But my name's Elise, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And what makes me anxious, I guess, I get anxious when I have to talk in front of people, and especially like in front of guys, because I just like all guys, and they just make me kind of nervous because I just want to talk to them, but I can't because I just get nervous. And I guess what calms me down is like chewing bubble gum, but I didn't bring my bubble gum, so now I'm gonna freak out when I have to talk about this because I didn't bring my bubble gum. So now I'm kind of freaking out because I didn't bring my bubble gum. But that's okay though, because I'm gonna make it. So yeah, I'm gonna make it. And there's no guys, so that's who I am.
That's good. You have some.
Your name is Jeanette, right?
Yeah, you're Liz.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, now I would like you to introduce the person that you met and tell me what you learned from them. It doesn't matter whichever. Do you?
I want to get over with. Can I just
Okay,
get over with?
sure.
Okay. That's Jeanette, and she's from South Korea. And what makes her anxious is driving. Well, what makes her anxious is like driving past trucks. And what calms her down is singing. She sings to Jesus.
Okay, that's good.
This is Liz. She just gets so nervous in front of guys. So, and then bubblegum is really calm her down.
So
She
bubblegum
didn't
calmed
bring
her.
today,
Oh, you forgot it
so
though.
she's in trouble.
Well,
Dear.
hopefully we can
Oh dear.
help her feel less anxious.
Yeah, we'll help you.
This is Wendy. She's from Dalton, and she gets anxious in places like this with new people, and it really freaks her out. And she crochets to calm herself down.
So you crochet. That's pretty cool. That's good to know.
This is Atura. She's from Blue Ridge, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
And she said, I don't remember what makes her anxious because I'm so anxious. What was it you said?
It just having to talk to someone new.
Oh yeah, she said that when she met somebody new and had to talk to them, it made her real anxious. And she felt the least anxious when she was at home by herself, like me. But she
Yeah.
reads.
Okay.
But yes, we both like to do things at home by ourselves.
Well, that's good. So you found something that you have in common with one another. Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to talk about, obviously there's some common themes here, anxiety, and this is a group for anxiety, for the treatment of anxiety. And we will meet weekly for an hour to an hour and a half, probably for 6 to 8 weeks, and then we'll determine if we need to do longer. That will be a group decision. I want to talk a little bit about my role as the facilitator. I guide you through the process.
You help me feel better, probably.
Yes, well, I guide you through the process.
Without your bubble gum.
No, I don't know. We
Okay,
don't have
well,
bubble gum.
excuse me, in a few minutes, we're gonna talk about group rules. And, so if we can just hang on for a second, so you guys can hear me. Okay? And you group members also have a role, and your role is to be present, to be honest and open, and share what's going on with you. Now I want to talk about some group roles. I'm going to start out with a couple, and then I'm going to get some feedback from y'all on what you would like to see. But the most important rule that we have in the group that should be present in all groups is confidentiality. Are y'all familiar with confidentiality?
So that means I can't go home and tell my husband what she said.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you could go home and tell your husband what you talked about and how it affected you, but you shouldn't talk about anything that she said or any other member said.
Okay.
So y'all understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Now I'd like to find out what would y'all like to see as rules, or how would you like the group to operate? Go ahead.
I don't like it when people say mean things about me, and she said mean things already about me, and I appreciate people not talking about each other, because you know I don't want people talking about me, because it just freaks me out. But I don't like that she was saying mean things about me because I don't have my bubble gum, and she knows that I have my bubble gum, and she was being really mean to me.
Okay, so respect. So we need to respect one another and not say mean things. Maybe we could put it in, like, we try to give each other positive feedback. Could that be a good one too?
Say positive stuff.
I thought I was being positive. I just meant that she wouldn't have to have her bubble gum if we were able to, help her with that anxiety.
Right.
That's what I meant by that. I'm sorry
Or
that
trying
you.
to hurt me or
No.
scare me.
I'm
I
sorry.
received same way. She trying to help her.
Okay, good. So see, you're already starting to try to work together. So that's good. Any other rules that you would like to see? Good.
I like to be like a family environment.
So you want to feel comfortable with one another
Safe.
and safe. Okay. And what do you think would help you to feel comfortable and safe?
I don't want people to see me like judging me or
Okay.
criticizing me. That'll be making me more nervous. I'm more
Okay.
anxious that we're gonna we discuss high.
Okay, so you want non-judgmental, and the criticizing can kind of go under positive feedback. Maybe we try to keep our suggestions to one another as positive, frame them positively. You haven't said much. Is there anything that you'd like to see added in?
Just like taking time to listen to each other.
Okay.
Sometimes, it's hard because I'm so scared to talk to new people. It's hard for me to talk. So if people listen, it makes me feel like I can talk more.
Okay, so that's a good one. So we can all listen to each other. Does that sound good? Is there anything else? Okay, I'd just like to add one more that I like to put in, and it kind of goes under respect, but it's to try to be on time for the sessions. I mean, I understand that life comes up sometimes, and you might be late, and that's okay if it happens once in a while. Just try to slide in and start, and participate. But that's the only other thing that I like to. Okay. Does that sound good? Does everybody think those rules will be good and work for us? Okay, awesome. All right, now I'd like to ask each of you to give me a little idea of what you expect from this group. So I'd like to go around and find that out. Can we start with you, Wendy?
I just want to learn how not to be so nervous in a group, like, be able to talk without getting scared or nervous that I'm going to say the wrong thing, or, how to deal with those feelings of just, that feeling makes me feel so scared that I don't want to talk at all. I want to learn how to overcome that feeling of that.
Okay.
I think that I just want to be able to, kind of like what she was saying actually, I can't ever go up and meet new people, and I'd like to be able to, I guess, have the skills to go up and talk to people. And also not to be scared of confrontation because it terrifies me. And I know sometimes you have to, I can't even have a helpful argument with someone, not even an argument, but just someone who has a different idea than I do. I cry. I can't even talk to someone if I don't agree with them. And I don't want to keep crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want some like coping skill, maybe technique, if I can, so I can manage my anxiety.
Okay. How about you? What would you like to get from the group?
I don't want nobody to laugh at what I have to say.
Okay, well, we covered that kind of in the rules. What would you like to have change, or what would you like to see happen as a result of participating in the group?
Well, I told Jeanette, and she kind of told you guys. I don't know if you guys are listening, but I want to be able to talk to boys so I can get like a boyfriend one day
Okay. So your goal is to be able to talk to boys
and not be scared.
and not be scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not boys. I don't want little 13-year-olds or something.
Okay. Young men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your age.
I want a man.
Okay.
So,
Young
yeah.
men. Let's clarify. Young men.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I heard quite a couple of different things here, and one was about conversations, being able to have conversations. It seems to be kind of common amongst y'all, and that is definitely something that the group can work on together and that we can get better with. Okay. Before we get into the meat of everything and start working on something, I'd like to kind of check in with y'all and see where you are. And I'm going to give you a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 feeling not anxious at all and 10 feeling extremely anxious. Okay, so I'm going to go around and I'd like y'all to tell me right about where you are today, or right now, right this minute. Okay?
You want to start with me again?
Okay, I'll start.
That makes me anxious already.
Okay, we'll start over here. That's okay.
Well, honestly, I'm feeling better because like you have such a nice, calm voice, and you really make everybody feel like happy. Does everybody feel happy? Like she's really nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not.
She's
but I'm
really
still
nice.
nervous.
And so like it makes me feel like a little bit better. Like I can talk because you're so nice, and so it makes me feel like this is a good place to talk. And so I was at like a 10,000. I'm like at like a 7,000 now.
Okay, well that's better. Okay, it's still off the charts, but it's
Yeah.
better. And how are you feeling, Jeanette?
Well, I'm getting a little better. I was so nervous, but I'm a little acquainted with each other. And my anxious, maybe 6.
Okay, maybe 6.
That's a good number.
I'm probably about a 7, 6 or a 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm still. I'm at a 9.
okay. Has something happened today that made it even worse, or is it just the new experience?
Well, I got in trouble at work today because I really wouldn't talk in a group, and I really wouldn't share my thoughts because I was so anxious about everybody laughing at me, like she had kind of said before. So I guess I'm just kind of thinking about that. So I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay. Wendy mentioned that one of the reasons why she was afraid to talk out was because she was afraid people would laugh at her. And I'm just wondering if you all have that same fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah. Jeanette, do you feel it? Okay, so that's
I feel like what I have to say isn't important enough to say most of the time.
I'm just scared people are gonna laugh at me,
Mhm.
especially boys. Not boys. Men.
young men.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is definitely something that we can work on here too. And you know, I don't know. Sometimes it seems to make people feel better to know that there are other people, especially in this room, that are feeling the same way or thinking the same things. And
Did these groups really help them?
they really do. I've seen a lot of people
Worse than me?
way worse than you get much better.
Well, that gives me hope.
Okay, good. Okay, now I'm going to do a little exercise. And in this, I'm going to give you a sentence. I'm going to start a sentence, and I want you all each to complete the sentence. Okay? It's going to be okay. Okay. You know what? Let's stop right here for a second. Since Wendy is experiencing such anxiety, why don't we stop for a minute? Just close our eyes and take some deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you breathe out, let go of any thoughts of fears of what will happen after today, what happened earlier today. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to stay in the moment, not worry about anything other than just being here, being present. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now maybe we can start again. Does that, you feel a little better?
Yeah.
Good. How about everybody else? Was that helpful for y'all?
Very much.
Oh, good. Okay, so I want to start with this exercise. I'm going to give you all a sentence and I want you to finish it for me. And the sentence is, when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm experiencing anxious, how should I word that? When I feel anxious, I feel, and let's finish it. And I want you to tell me how your body physically feels as a response when you're, does that make sense?
So how we feel when we
Yes, when you're experiencing anxiousness, what physical feelings do you have at the time? Okay, can we start with Wendy?
I guess. Well, like right now, I'm real hot, and my palms are real sweaty, and my heart's racing, and sometimes I can't catch my breath because I just feel so nervous.
Okay.
When I'm anxious, I feel like my face gets really hot, my hands get really cold and sweaty, and then it makes me more anxious because I think like everyone can see that I'm blushing and I'm hot and everything.
Okay.
When I'm anxious, I can't breathe. So I am in and I have to go to the hospital.
Okay.
And doctor check everything, and then they put all the machines in and nurse, and I mean they do very fast. And
Okay,
there's
so-
nothing wrong with me.
So you have had to go to the
So
hospital.
many times,
Oh,
hospital
wow.
in and out, because they not even let me wait for 1 hour. Usually when you go to check in emergency, one of those issue with the high anxiety, I can't breathe, and they just check me in just like that and put all kinds of machine on and call EKG, whatever the
Yes.
machine, and then everything fine. I feel like I fooled them, or I feel like I'm so ashamed of spend all, they wasted their time. Like, wow. So,
Okay.
Well, when I feel anxious, I also have to go to the hospital. I have lupus, but it's mild, and my chest hurts, and I know it's racing and sweating, and like everybody else, I'm sweating, and then my heart's pounding, and then I have to go to the doctor, and then they don't think that I have a problem. Some people say I have a problem, but they think that it's just because of the lupus, and I'm just like, no, it's not. I'm freaking out, and they just think, sometimes I think I've heard people say that I'm dramatic.
Okay. Okay. Well, it sounds like you guys experience similar physical symptoms with the anxiety too. And I think that this group is going to be very helpful to all of you in dealing with some of these problems. Thank you for completing my sentence. Couldn't find the word there for a moment. I think it would be very helpful for you in dealing with this anxiety, both the physical aspects and then, maybe learning how to have some more coping skills. We'll teach, this group will teach you how to have some more coping skills and how to do things, how to handle things and approach things. I'm really encouraged that you all are here, and I'm really happy that you all are here. we're about running out of time. So just really quickly, I want to give you guys a little assignment to work on maybe once a day until we see each other next week, okay? And that's when you're feeling anxious, maybe stop for a minute and try doing that breathing thing that I did with y'all. You know, breathe in and hold it for a second and breathe out, and try to picture maybe your anxiety leaving you or whatever is worrying you right now. Try to, you know, visualize that flying away. Okay, is that something you all think you can do?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I will see you next week, and you guys have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.